Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. So we have until now completed Devi Kavacham, then Argala Stotram and Keelakam. I explained earlier that as part of the Durga Saptasati Parayanam, not just the 700 mantras comprising the main Durga Saptasati from the first chapter to the 13th chapter. So that is the main Durga Saptasati. But we cannot just chant the first chapter to 13th chapter. We have to chant with Kuchika Stotram, which we will learn later. Then Kavacham, Argalam, Keelakam. Then there is also, we have to do Ratri Suktam and also Navakshari Japam. The Ratri Suktam is part of the first chapter. So first chapter has like more than 100 mantras. Out of that, around 15 or 20 mantras will be taken for Ratri Suktam. So when we learn the first chapter, we would have got the Ratri Suktam also. So it is no different. So there is no point in learning separately, because once you learn the first chapter, the mantras of Ratri Suktam, you can do the Ratri Suktam. And at the end of the 13th chapter, we will also do Devi Suktam. Again, the Devi Suktam is also part of the 5th chapter. So it is not different. So once you have learned the 5th chapter, Devi Suktam is easy. Then we just have to do the 3 Ragasya Trayam, which is Pradhani Krasam, Vaikritika Ragasyam and Murti Ragasyam. So we just have to do those 3 Ragasyam and the Aparadha Kshama Prarthana. That will end the Devi Mahatmyam. So for now, the Nyasam part for the Devi Mahatmyam, maybe we will start the Nyasam part now, because the Nyasam for the Devi Mahatmyam, for all the 13 chapters, it's in the same one Nyasam only. So we are not going to chant separately the Nyasam for each chapter. So that is very important, because the 700 mantras of Devi Mahatmyam, since all of them are considered as fully one mantra, so we don't want to break it. That is the reason why we don't want to break, is because all of them are also considered as one full mantra. So this is given in various tantras, like why it should be also considered as one mantra. And some tantras also say that when we say at the end of each chapter, like Iti, Sri Markandeya Purane, Savarnike, the books will have that. If you say that, then they say the fruit or the phalan is lost if you say at the end iti. So that is why we will not say any of the iti, because that one, for us to understand, you can just read it. For example, at the end of the first chapter, it will say that Swasti Iti Sri Markandeya Purana, means thus what we have done is the first. It is just it's a statement saying that Markandeya Purana, Savarnike, Manvantare, Devi Mahatmyam, in the text called Devi Mahatmyam, this is the like Madhu Kaitabha Vadhonama, the killing of Madhu and Kaitabha. So this first adhyayam gets the name of, the name is Madhu Kaitaba Vadha, means the Madhu and Kaitaba, the 2 asuras are killed. So that first adhyayam name gets the name of Madhu Kaitaba Vadha. Madhu Kaitaba Vadhonama Prathama Adhyayaha, means the first chapter thus ends. So that is only for you or for us to understand that first chapter talks about the Madhu Kaitaba Vadha. Second chapter talks about Mahishasura Sainya Vadha. Means Mahishasura will not first go and fight. As normal, the king will only go after all the other commanders, all the fighters under him are first will fight first. And then finally, when they are defeated, then only the king will actually go and fight. Same way, the second chapter is the Mahishasura Sainya Vadha. third chapter is Mahishasuravadha. Like that, it will be given in the book. But in our book, in our publication, you will not find any of those at the end of the in our publication, because it is just to know what it is. And the moment you say, if it is there, then there is a tendency that you will say, because the books are given that we will say, Iti Markande Purane Savarnake, we will say that. Then what happens is, then it becomes just a Puranic text, just like story. Reading a story book, not a mantra. Because you are now saying, although it has a story in it, you have to understand that each of that, the tantras say they are mantras. So the mantra is the main thing, but from outside, because it is in Sanskritam, and any letter, any word in Sanskritam will have a meaning. The meaning is inherent, and that meaning will give so many different, like it. One of the chapters may give like the Phalashruti. One of the chapters could give like a prayer, like we are saying, I bow to you, Namo Devye, Mahadevye, Namastasye, Namastasye, Namo Namaha. All of this, it can be different. So it can either be the stuti, we do the prayer, or stuti of the devas or gods, or it could be the killing of asura like Chandamunda or Dhumralochana. So each adhyaya will have some name, because it is just that it will all be grouped into the main theme will be given. It does not mean that if you say that a theme of that particular chapter need not be limited to just what is then. The majority which is in the chapter will be given as the theme. That is how the name is given, because you cannot give 100 names for one chapter, even it gives 100. What you will do is, you will find what is the main theme in this 100 things in this chapter, and that is how you will name that, right?
Highlighted action.
Highlighted.
Whatever is the
main action in that particular chapter will be the name. But for our purpose, for Devi Mahatmyam, because this is a mantra, and we are doing this as a prayer, not as a story, right? We are doing it as a prayer. We are doing it to get a benefit, to get the palan, get the punya, and all the benefits which chanting of Devi Mahatmyam will give, which is in the 12th chapter. That is the reason we are doing. So we will do the Nyasam for all the 13 chapters at the beginning one time, and then at the end we will complete the Nyasam. Because this is a mantra, every mantra should have a Anganyasa and Karanyasa and Anganyasa and a Dhyana Shloka. Although if you are some books, right, many books will give Dhyana Shloka for each Adhyayam. But we are not going to say that, because for us, all the 13 are one mantra. So the Dhyana Shloka, the Karanyasa, Anganyasa will all be for the entire 13 chapters. So we will start with the Nyasam for the silent. Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.
Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.
Prathama Madhyama Uttara Charitranam So Madhyama and Uttara will combine as Madhyamottara. So it will change completely. So just understand Madhyama and Uttara, so that U will be gone and Ma will become Mo. You get it? Madhyama Uttara becomes Madhyamottara. So, but you have to split as Madhyama and Uttara. But when we say so you should not give a breath after Madhyamo Tara. Like that, if you say, then it doesn't make sense. Madhyamottara. Without giving a breath, you have to say Madhyamottara.
So my question is, there are three chapters, Charitra,
Yeah.
Prathama, Madhyama, and Uttara. So
yeah, so the Prathama Charitra, Devi Mahatmyam is split into 13 chapters. That I explained that, right? And that 13 is also split into 3 Charitras. First is called the Prathama Charitra, means the first Charitra. Prathama means first. So Prathama Charitra means first Charitra. Then Madhyama Charitra. Madhyama Charitra means the middle Charitra. Then Uttara Charitra means the end Charitra. So we have Prathama, Madhyama, Uttara. So Charitra. So that is why in Charitra, which is a singular word, for plural it becomes Charitranam. Plural of Charitra. So Prathama, Madhyama, Uttara, Charitranam. So that is what we will be saying. So the Prathama Charitra has just one chapter. Prathama Charitra has one chapter. The Madhyama Charitra has 3 chapters. And Uttara Charitra has 9 chapters. So 1, 3, and 9. And these are just not randomly given numbers like 1, 3, and 9. They are the mathematical equation 2 power 0. No, 3 power 0. So because 3 is the Devata is 3 Devatas. Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati. Because we have 3 Devatas. So first Charitra will be 3 power 0, which is 1. Then second Madhyama Charitra is 3 power 1 is 3. And Uttara Charitra is 3 power 2, which is 9. So 3 power 0 plus 3 power 1 plus 3 power 2 is 13. So that is how the 13 chapters of the 700 shlokas are divided. That is why when we will say Prathama, Madhyama, Uttara. So we'll say Prathama, Madhyama, Uttara Charitranam. Brahma Vishnu Rudra Rishayah.
Brahma Vishnu Rudra Rishayah. Brahma Vishnu Rudra Rishayah.
So the Rishi, the like author, all the guru is always in the head. So whenever we say Rishi, we will touch our head. So Brahma Vishnu Rudra Rishayah, because I have said that this has 3 charitras, Prathama, Madhyama, and Uttara. Because they have 3 charitras, the rishis for each of them, it could be they all could have same rishi and they could also have different rishis. So here the Prathama Charitra's rishi is Brahma and Madhyama Charitra's rishi is Vishnu and Uttara Charitra's rishi is Rudra. That is why we have Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra, Rishayah. Okay, Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra, Rishayah.
Brahma Vishnu Rudra Rishayah. Brahma Vishnu Rudra Rishayah.
So you have to say Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra, Rishayah.
Brahma Vishnu Rudra Rishayah. Brahma Vishnu Rudra Rishayah.
Sri Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, Mahasarasvatyo.
Shri Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, Mahasarasvatyo. Shri Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, Mahasarasvatyo.
Devataha.
Devataha. Devataha.
So when we say Devata, always we touch our heart because the Devatas reside in our heart. So we have to keep them in our heart. So we touch our heart to signify where Devatas reside. So we touch the heart And you can see that because it has 3 charitras, the devatas are also 3. So we have Sri Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, and Mahasaraswati. So these 3 are the 3 devatas, and you can easily figure out that Mahakali is the devata for Prathama Charitra, and Mahalakshmi is the devata for Madhyama Charitra, and Mahasaraswati is the devata for Uttara Charitra. So Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswatyo devataha. Sri Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswatyo devataha.
Shri Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswatyo devataha. Shri Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswatyo devataha.
Gayat. So now we have done the devata. Now we will have to do what is called chandas. Normally, the chandas will come before devata, but we have to, it depends on the mantra. So we have to just follow how it is. So because mostly 99% the chandas comes before the devata, we should not just change it, because here the chandas will come after the devata. Although you might have seen most of the mantras, have you noticed that when the chandas come before the devata, right? Because Rishi, Chandas and Devata, that is how it is. But here, there is a difference here. It is first Rishi, Devata, and then Chandas. And because again, 3 different Chandas are used in this Devi Mahatmyam, we have to say the name of all the 3 Chandas. One is Gayatri, Ushnik, Anushtup. 3 Chandas. Gayatri, Ushnik, Anushtup. So Gayatri Chandas means like Gayatri is like a 24. Then Ushnik will be 28. Then Anushtup will be 32. Yeah. Gayatri, Ushnik, Anushtup. Then we have Brigati, Pandi, Trishtup, Jagatya, Chanda. Yeah. So Gayatri, Ushnik, and Anushtup. Gayatri. So Gayatri plus Ushnik. Right? You have to understand. Gayatri plus Ushnik becomes Gayatrish. Triyu. Tra and you becomes Triyu. Gayatriushnik. Gayatriushnik. I know it's a tongue twister. We have to actually twist the tongue. Then only get the sound. Gayatrishnik. Gayatriushnik.
Gayatriushnik.
Gayatriushnik. Gayatriushnik.
Gayatriushnik. Gayatriushnik.
Slower. Gayatriushnik. Yeah.
Triyu.
Triyu.
Triushnik.
Triushnik.
Tryu.
Yeah. Triyu.
Triyu.
Yeah. Gayatrishnik. Yeah. Gayatriushnik anuštubhas chandamsi.
Gayatriushnik anuštubhas chandamsi. Gayatriushnik anuštubhas chandamsi.
So the 3 Gayatri becomes a short E.
Yeah, Gayatri. Yeah.
Gayatri.
Gayatri. Yeah.
Gayatri plus
Ushnik.
E plus U becomes U.
Okay. But the Gayatri nu solroma la Gayatri.
Gayatri da. Gayatri.
அப்படியா?
Gayatri.
சின்ன 3யா?
Gayatri plus
Gayatri Chandaha.
Gayatri and Ushnik. Gayatrushnik. Yeah. You can see the first.
Gayatri da.
Gayatri, yeah. It is Dirgham.
Gayatri
plus Ushnik becomes Gayatrushnik. So it becomes Gayat. So it is not like that Gayatri and Ushnik, right? Gayat, it is not 3 here. It's Triyu. That is why I said Triyu. So because it is Triyu, it is Gayatri only. It is not Gayatri. Gayatri plus Ushnik becomes Gayatrushnik. Yeah. Gayatrushnik. Gayatrushnik Anushubhaschandamsi.
Gayatrushnik Anushubhaschandamsi. Gayatrushnik Anushubhaschandamsi.
Nanda Shakambari. Nanda Shakambari.
Nanda Shakambari. Nanda Shakambari.
Bhima Shaktayah.
Bhima Shaktayah. Bhima Shaktayah.
Again, three Shaktis, which is Nanda, Shakambari, and Bhima. Nanda, Shakambari, Bhima, Shaktayah.
Nanda Shakambari. Bhima Shaktayah. Nanda Shakambari. Bhima Shaktayah.
So here, you should not say Bhima Shaktayah. It is Bhima Shaktayah. Ish. Because Bhimaha and Shaktayah. If it was only Bhima, there is no Visarga, then we should say Bhima Shaktayah. Because there is a Visarga, that Visarga is the two dots, right, in the book, which is the way your Visarga will change the form and it will get the sound of the following Shakti, Ish, right? So, following letter is Shaktayah, right? Sha. Then the Visarga will transform into a sound like Ish sound. Why it is become Ish sound? Because you have to see the following letter, what is the following word, what is the word which is starting. Because Bhimaha, then Shaktayaha, then that Sha, we have to now remember that Sha. Then for the Visarga, you have to replace that Sha with Ish and then becomes Bhimash Shaktayaha. Shaktayaha will still be the same. It will not, the Sha we have to say, but except that you are adding one more Ish sound. You understand?
The document. Okay, don't worry about the document. Document is again being prepared. So just follow the instructions, whatever is given. Yeah. So the documents are all going to be replaced with the new ones. So be patient.
Just say Ish, Bhimash, you can put, you have to say Bhimash Shaktayaha. Yeah. Raktadantika.
Raktadantika. Raktadantika.
Durga.
Durga. Durga.
Brahmaryo.
Brahmaryo. Brahmaryo.
Bijani.
Bijani. Bijani.
Raktadantika Durga Brahmaryo Bijani.
Raktadantika Durga Brahmaryo Bijani. Raktadantika Durga Brahmaryo Bijani.
So here, three bijams. One is Raktadantika, then Durga, then Brahmari. So Raktadantika, Durga and Brahmari. Because of the Samasa Pada, at the end, we have to give the plural. That is why it becomes Brahmaryoho Bijani becomes Brahmaryor Bijani. So Brahmaryor Bijani. Brahmayor. Yeah.
So Brahmari becomes Brahmayor. The Devi is actually Raktadantika is one Devi. Then Durga, then Brahmari. Okay, so Brahmari is the Brahmarambika.
We say Brahmarambika, right? That
so
is
Brahmari is the Devi.
Yeah.
So together they become Raktadantika, Durga, Brahmaryor, Bijani.
Yeah.
So there is a
Yor.
Yeah.
Why
Brahmayor.
there is a because it's a Visarga.
Brahmaryor.
Brahmaryor.
Brahmaryo. Yeah, Brahmaryo only. Brahmaryo Bijani. Brahmari than Brahmaryo.
Okay.
Illa
Kadayad. Sorry, yeah. I thought there was a Visarga.
Brahmaryo becomes Yo. So Brahmaryaha, no, the Visargam is there. Brahmaryaha becomes Brahmaryo. The Visarga, that is why it becomes Brahmaryaha. That is the word. So right? Gauri, Gauryo, Gauryaha. So Brahmari, Brahmaryo, Brahmaryaha. So Brahmaryaha becomes when in the Sandhi, Brahmaryaha will become Brahmaryo. So Brahmaryo. Get it? So Brahmari. That
But
is
the
the name.
Devi's name, if you say it separately, it will be Brahmari.
Brahmari only. Because the plural of Brahm, we have to, that is a unique in Sanskrit. But when you say three names or more than two names, then we have to, at the end, we have to give the plural at the end. So you don't have to say Rakta Dantika is singular, then Durga is singular, Brahmari is singular. When you have to, because in other languages, this rule will not be there. It's unique to Sanskrit. So when you say Rakta Dantika, Durga, Brahmari, at the last what you say, you have to include it as plural. Same thing when we have two names, the second name we have to give as dual. In Sanskrit, we have dual vibhakti also. So for example, Ramaha and Krishnaha. Ramaha, Krishnaha will become Ramakrishna. Because why it becomes Ramakrishna is because now Krishna is dual. Dvivachan. See, in other languages, we have only Ekavachan or one singular and plural, which is Bahuvachanam. In Sanskrit, you have Ekavachan, which is singular. Then Dvivachan is dual. Other languages, you may not have dual. That is why I am explaining, right? And dual and Bahuvachan means three or more. So anything three or more become Bahuvachanam. And here in Sanskrit, the rule is only the last thing which you say. When you are going to say 5 different names, you will all say the 4 different names in singular, and the 5th name you will make it plural.
You show it as the plural.
That's why you do.
Plural form.
Only the 5th or only the end, the last one will take the plural form. So Brahmari becomes Brahmaryo, Brahmaryaha, and Brahmaryaha becomes Brahmaryo. So it gets transformed. But for you to chant, you just have to think of, like, just memorize it.
Yeah.
So that is how you learn. So when you have to do anything, right, there's no time to actually go through your mind with all the rules. Like what are the rules are happening? There's no time because it's so fast happening, right? You just have to memorize it. Just that from memory you say Brahmaryor Bijani, like that you have to say anything. Even here, right? Anushtubaha, Anushtubbhas Chandamsi. Anushtup becomes Anushtubaha because it is the plural. Because the last one has to become the plural. That is why this is unique. It's good that I can say it is also not good, but let us be positive. It's good that you are learning something as the Rishi Chandas and Devata, which is the most difficult. Because most of the shlokas which you are saying will have a single Rishi, single Chandas and single Devata, single Bijam, single Shakti, all will be one, right? It will be easier. So now once you learn the most complicated thing, then later on, whatever you learn, it will be like, oh, it is nothing. It's so simple. So that is a good thing. Initially, don't get overwhelmed because it is so difficult. Think about the good things. If we learn the good thing, hardest thing now, then anything you learn in life, right, will become easy. So if somebody has gone, like they felt or suffered or what they did hardship, for them anything will be like easy because they have gone through all the hardships. So that is how you have to take it. So Rakta Dantika Durga Brahmaryor Bijani. Yeah, Brahmaryo. There is no ir there. Brahmaryo Bijani. Rakta Dantika Durga Brahmaryo Bijani.
Rakta Dantika Durga Brahmaryo Bijani. Rakta Dantika Durga Brahmaryo Bijani.
So no ir there. Rakta Dantika Durga Brahmaryo Bijani. Agne, next one. Then we have the three tattvam. That is why tattvani, plural. So what are the three tattvams? Is Agni, then Vayu and Surya. And as I said, the Surya as plural becomes Suryaha. So Suryaha plus tattvani, that visarga, Suryaha will become tattva, right? Suryaha, sound will change to is sound. Suryas tattvani. Suryaha tattvani becomes Suryas tattvani. Agni Vayu Suryas tattvani.
Agni Vayu Suryas tattvani. Agni Vayu Suryas tattvani.
So Agni Vayu Suryas tattvani. Agni Vayu Suryas tattvani.
Agni Vayu Suryas tattvani.
Riggajusama Veda Dhyanani.
Rigyajusama Veda Dhyanani. Rigyajusama Veda Dhyanani.
So again, three. The Dhyanam is the three Vedas. First, for the first Charitra is Rig Veda, then Yajur Veda for the Madhyama Charitra, and Sama Veda for the Uttara Charitra. So Riggajus is, you have to say Yajuhu, because the word is Yajuhu, and Sama, that Sama's Sa, you have to give that is sound. Similar to, you have to see, if you are saying Shaktayaha, then you have to that ish sound. Because it is Sama, it is sound. You understand? Based on the next letter starting, like Saraswathi, Sa, you have to say is. So, Riggajusama Veda Dhyanani.
Rigyajusama Veda Dhyanani. Rigyajusama Veda Dhyanani.
Sakala Kamana Siddhaye.
Sakala Kamana Siddhaye. Sakala Kamana Siddhaye.
So, I think somebody was asking, you can say Agni Vayu. Agnihi, that it will get dropped. Agni Vayu Suryas Tattvani. So, Agni Vayu Surya. Although the word is Agnihi, in this Samastapada, it will become Agni Vayu Suryas Tattvani. That is how it will become. Agni Vayu Suryas Tattvani.
Agni Vayu Suryas Tattvani. Agni Vayu Suryas Tattvani.
Riggajusama Veda Dhyanani.
Rigyajusama Veda Dhyanani. Rigyajusama Veda Dhyanani.
Sakala Kamana Siddhaye.
Sakala Kamana Siddhaye. Sakala Kamana Siddhaye.
Sri Mahakali.
Shri Mahakali. Shri Mahakali.
Mahalakshmi.
Mahalakshmi. Mahalakshmi.
Mahasaraswati.
Mahasaraswati. Mahasaraswati.
Devata.
Devata. Devata.
Prityarthe.
Prityarthe. Prityarthe.
Sri Mahakali. Mahalakshmi. Mahasaraswati. Devata. Prityarthe.
Shri Mahakali. Mahalakshmi. Mahasaraswati. Devata. Prityarthe. Shri Mahakali. Mahalakshmi. Mahasaraswati. Devata. Prityarthe.
So it is just Devata Prityarthe. If Devata Prityarthe.
There is no visarga,
No
there
visarga.
is no if sound.
Yeah, because the Visarga
Devata
gets dropped.
Prityarthe.
It just gets dropped. Some of the rules that Visarga can get dropped. So it will become Devata Prityarthe. Yeah. Sri Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati, Devata Prityarthe.
Shri Mahakali. Mahalakshmi. Mahasaraswati. Devata. Prityarthe. Shri Mahakali. Mahalakshmi. Mahasaraswati. Devata. Prityarthe.
Jape Viniyogaha.
Jape Viniyogaha. Jape Viniyogaha.
Khadgini Shulini Ghora.
Khadgini Shulini Ghora. Khadgini Shulini Ghora.
Gadini Chakrini Tatha.
Dadini Chakrini Tatha. Dadini Chakrini Tatha.
Khadgini Shulini Ghora.
Khadgini Shulini Ghora. Khadgini Shulini Ghora.
Gadini Chakrini Tatha.
Gadini Chakrini Tatha. Gadini Chakrini Tatha.
Khadgini Shulini Ghora. Gadini Chakrini Tatha.
Khadgini Shulini Ghora. Gadini Chakrini Tatha. Khadgini Shulini Ghora. Gadini Chakrini Tatha.
Sankhini Chapini Bana.
Shankhini Chapini Bana. Shankhini Chapini Bana.
Bhushundi Parigayudha.
Bhushundi Parigayudha. Bhushundi Parigayudha.
Sankhini Chapini Bana. Bhushundi Parigayudha.
Shankhini Chapini Bana. Bhushundi Parigayudha. Shankhini Chapini Bana. Bhushundi Parigayudha.
So there is a request to chant slowly. So to
Yeah.
for the benefit of
think
the
I-
students, even
I
you
have
have
to
to,
slow
you
it.
have to slow it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sankhini Chapini Bana.
Shankhini Chapini Bana. Shankhini Chapini Bana.
So it is Sankhini Chapini Bana. So it is not Bana, it is Bana. You have to, it is short vowel. Sankhini Chapini, both are long vowels. Sankhini Chapini Bana.
Shankhini Chapini Bana. Shankhini Chapini Bana.
Bhushun, Bhushundi Parigayudha.
Bhushundi Parigayudha. Bhushundi Parigayudha.
Sankhini Chapini Bana. Bhushundi Parigayudha.
Shankhini Chapini Bana. Bhushundi Parigayudha. Shankhini Chapini Bana. Bhushundi Parigayudha.
Now both the two lines. Khadgini Shulini Ghora. Gadini Chakrini Tatha.
Shankhini Chapini Bana. Bhushundi Parigayudha. Khadgini Shulini Ghora. Gadini Chakrini Tatha. Shankhini Chapini Bana. Bhushundi Parigayudha.
So you just have to make sure you give attention to Shankhini, then Ghora, Gho, then Tatha. It is not Tatha, it is Tatha. The first Tha is different, second Tha is different. Tatha, Tatha, then Khadgini, Kha. It is not Khadgini, it is Khadgini, then Ghora, then Shankhini, Shankhi, it is second Ka. It is not Shankini, it is Shankhini. Then Bana, Bhushundi, Parigha, Yudha. I know this is a bit difficult. It's like going to having a big workout. You don't have to have a workout. Just do this. See the thing, before the Chandi, how the Chandi should be chanted and all that, the methods are all given. So there it is clearly said, the Tantras say, and also in the Saptashatis, all the rishis, they have said how this should be chanted. So first they are saying that anything we want to chant, right, we have to get that bhavana. So they try to later on, no, don't try now, but later on try to get the meaning of that. Then you get the bhavana. When you get the meaning, you can get the bhavana. So that is one thing. You have to chant with bhakti.
Yeah, there's a huge, big code of conduct.
Yeah, bhakti.
Okay. There is a very serious code of conduct given for chanting the Devi Mahatmya.
So one is bhakti.
First of all, fully with bhakti and focus, Shraddha. The book should not be held in hand. It should be kept on a pitha.
And also it should not be kept down. So we don't keep it down, but we just keep somewhere, like have something underneath. No, I know now it's fine. I'm just saying, like, this is a class.
Learning purposes, it's
now
fine.
Learning is fine.
When patha is done, you have to.
So I'm not talking about for now. Now we are learning, so that is different. But when we are doing a patha or when we are doing a Devi Mahatmyam Parayanam, it has to be, we have to keep it in a
Pitha. It's a Saraswathi Peetham.
We call it Saraswathi Peetha.
Or a stool or something like that.
Yeah.
And you should not shake your head too much. And like musicians and all, you should not do that.
Yeah, and also we should not give musical raga.
Yeah, no musical raga, no musical tune to this.
So if I am a musician, I say, oh, this is beautifully in some chandas, right? Like meter. Because as a musician, you want any sloka in a meter. Already somebody has given in so many slokas. I can compose with 700 ragas, right? You cannot do that. What it means is you cannot sing it. Then one more thing which is very difficult, it says that anything which is below 1000 slokas, then we should not see the book. So we have to see Kritanjali, means you have to fold your hands. Tata Kritanjali bhutva svite charitai imai. So this charita, it says, do like this continuously. First of all, doing like this for 5 minutes, our hands will start paining. But I'm just saying, without the book, then it says, still for those who are not able to chant, because previously probably they had more memory. Now we don't have that much memory to chant all the 700. So what we can do is, you can use the book. So that is not a problem. But that is why then he says, if you are using the book, don't keep the book down, because the book is also like Saraswati, or it's a goddess.
You should not scream also. Like too much of high volume should not be given. Too much of low volume should not also be given. Very soft, very sweet voice.
Yeah.
That's
and
what
that is also
Madhur Swar. Like you have to it should be very pleasing to hear. So
see, if I have really good voice, and I want to make sure that nobody else's voice is heard, I want to scream like on top of my voice, that is not allowed. You cannot scream.
And never close in between a chapter. Like half the chapter, just don't get up and do something and then come back. Yeah. Never do that.
Yeah, and if you have to stop, then they say you have to start from the beginning chapter beginning. So like 30 we have done, then you have to stop for some reason, then start again from the first. Like if it is 100 shlokas, you have to chant the entire 100 shlokas in one go. You understand what I am saying? No, it is not.
No, it's not that.
It's not
you
that.
Have to know.
So why I am telling all the reasons. This is all given. See, when I say these are all guidelines, never worry that, oh, I could not follow this guideline to the like.
We'll try to. We'll make all effort.
What I was saying is, the effort is more important, but the result, don't worry about it, because we chant with Shraddha and Bhakti, you will get that result. But what it means is, just you can say, because I will chant with Shraddha and Bhakti, so I will chant like
the way I want.
For 30 shlokas, then I will go for like 15 minutes break somewhere, then come back, then do not that. So we have to make sure that we are able to chant the entire, because first chapter, has 100 shlokas, even that will be maybe 8 minutes or so, or 10 minutes, right? So you can spend that 10 minutes continuously. The point is, they say, like half of, you cannot just break, like if you are reading a storybook, you can actually, half the story you can read, and then you can make a bookmark and then go back, and next day you can continue the story. But mantra you cannot do. You understand, right, what I'm saying? This is very important. Yeah. Then we say that Angushtabhyam Namaha. Yeah. Angushtabhyam Namaha.
Angushtabhyam Namaha. Angushtabhyam Namaha.
So there are 6 parts to this Nyasa. This is called Karanyasa. The Karanyasa has 6 parts. So the first one will be Angushtabhyam Namaha. You slide your index finger on the thumb, right from the bottom of the
thumb. Yeah.
Bottom of the thumb to the tip of the thumb. So that is Angushtabhyam Namaha. Then the Tarjanibhyam Namaha. This is the second one. Then you use your thumb and slide through from the bottom of the Tarjani, that is the index finger.
It's called Tarjani.
And go to the top tip of the Tarjani. That is Tarjanibhyam Namaha. The third one is Madhyamabhyam Namaha, the middle finger. So go to the bottom of the middle finger, slide it through to the tip. And then Anamikabhyam Namaha is bottom of the ring finger to the tip of the ring finger, all using the thumb. And then the Kanishtikabhyam Namaha will be from the bottom of the little finger to the tip of the little finger. So all these are 5. So one is Angushta, then the Tarjani 2, Madhyama is the middle finger 3, the Anamika is the ring finger 4, and then this is 5, the little finger. The 6th one will be Karatala Karaprishtabhyam Namaha. So you will just, what do you say? Like with the palms, you just.
Karatala means the.
Rub it.
Yeah, the
one
is the surface.
The surface here. You just do all of it together.
Yeah, and so Karaprishta is the back side.
Back side and the top. So this is like 6 parts. This is all together called Karanyasam. Kara means the hand. So the Nyasam is touching, basically. So the 6 parts are the fingers 5, and then the up and down of the palm. Yeah. Then comes Anganyasam. Anganyasam is also again 6. The first one will be Hridayaya Namaha. The first one, you touch the heart. Then Shirase Swaha will be top of the head. Third one is Shikhaye Vashata. So you touch with your thumb the Shikha, the Chuli Prishtam, where the Shikha is done. Yeah. You just touch it. That is the third one. Then Kavachaya Hum. So Kavachaya Hum, you take the right hand touches the left shoulder, and the left hand touches the right shoulder. You cross it. That is Kavachaya Hum. Then Netratrayaya Vaushat. So the 3 fingers, the middle, the index, middle, and the ring finger, take them and touch the 3 eyes. Netratrayaya Vaushat. Then the last one is Astraya Phat. So take the first 2 fingers, that is the index and the middle finger on the right hand, and tap it on your left palm. That is Astraya Phat. So for each of these, we will do the shloka. There will be a 2-line verse for each of these. So 6 parts of the hand, then 6 parts in your body. So that is called the Karanyasa and Anganyasa. These are all lakshanas for a mantra. Because Saptashati is a mantra, you have to do this.
Characteristic.
These are all lakshana for the, when you are chanting a mantra, these are the things you actually have to do it and then chant any mantra. So because Saptashati is one mantra, we are all doing this for Saptashati. So what are the lakshanas? The Rishi, Chandas, Devata, then Tattvam, Bijam, and then here we have Shaktihi, and then the Karanyasa and Anganyasa. So remember all these things. These are the moment you do this, Saptashati becomes a mantra. That is why this is called the Saptashati Nyasa. This is the Nyasa for Saptashati.
All the entire 13 chapters.
All of the 13 chapters together. So the moment you do this Nyasa,
this itself
declares that you are going to chant the 1st to the 13th. You cannot stop in between. Make up your mind. If you're going to do this Nyasa, this means that all of the 13 chapters are going to follow. Okay. So Nyasa is a new word. Many must have come across just this time. So this is Nyasa is one thing that is specifically done for any mantra. Any questions, new students? Yeah.
So let's say we are learning this, right? As the process may be going, somewhere in the middle we stop. We learn till 5 chapters, 6 chapters. We are somewhere halfway, right? We start with Karanyasam, Anganyasam, and everything. Is it okay for us to stop over there?
So for learning purposes, you are not even going to do the Saptashati Nyasa.
Okay.
You will just learn the Saptashati. We are teaching Saptashati Nyasa just for you to learn.
Because later on, that part, component, you are learning that component.
That component we are teaching you just now. Okay. But the Saptashati Nyasa will be done only when you are doing actually the Patha of Saptashati. When the entire Patha is being done, that is when this is going to be actually effective. Today you are just learning this component to chant and to understand the new students, the Karanyasa and Anganyasa, those who are not familiar with mantra or anything. This must be a new concept for you, right? So the Saptashati Nyasa will be effective only when you're doing the entire Patha. So for learning purposes, this component you learn and leave it. If you're familiar with this, you have understood the way to chant and your mentor has given you enough practice sessions, you have learned them all, leave it. You're done with it. You don't have to do. Okay. And just like Kavacham, Margalam, like the Purvanga, right? If you are familiar with Kavacham, why are you going to be spending your time practicing Kavacham every day? You're not going to. You're going to be you're done with that chapter. Then Argala Stotram, you're practicing it. You know it very well. You're not going to be spending your time for practicing on it, right? Similarly, this is also a component you will learn and you don't have to use it every day for your practice. Okay.
So Nyasa is placing. Simple meaning is placing the Devata or the god or goddesses in different parts of the body. That's called Nyasa. Shulena pahino Devi.
Shulena pahino Devi. Shulena pahino Devi.
Pahi khadgena chambike.
Pahi khadgena chambike. Pahi khadgena chambike.
Shulena pahino Devi.
Shulena pahino Devi. Shulena pahino Devi.
Pahi khadgena chambike.
Pahi khadgena chambike. Pahi khadgena chambike.
Ghanta svanena nafpagi.
Ghanta svanena nafpagi. Ghanta svanena nafpagi.
So, naf. You have to say the naf. Then pahi. Pahi. So you should not say the ga, pagi. It is not pagi. Right? It is pahi. That is why, yeah. Ghanta svanena nafpahi.
Ghanta svanena nafpahi. Ghanta svanena nafpahi.
Chapajyani svanena cha.
Chapajyani svanena cha. Chapajyani svanena cha.
Ghanta svanena nafpahi. Chapajyani svanena cha.
Ghanta svanena nafpahi. Chapajyani svanena cha. Ghanta svanena svanena naf pahi chapajyani svanena cha
Shulena pahi no devi pahi khadgena chambike ghanta svanena naf pahi chapajyani svanena cha
shulena pahi no devi pahi khadgena chambike ghanta svanena naf pahi chapajyani svanena cha shulena pahi khadgena chambike ghanta svanena naf pahi chapajyani svanena cha.
Tarjanibhyam namaha.
Yeah.
So now you'll say Tarjanibhyam namaha, that is using the thumb, slide from the bottom of the index to the tip of the index for both hands.
Tarjanibhyam namaha.
Tarjanibhyam namaha.
Prachyam raksha pratichyam cha
Prachyam raksha pratichyam cha. Prachyam raksha pratichyam cha.
Chandike raksha dakshine
Chandike raksha dakshine. Chandike raksha dakshine.
Prachyam raksha pratichyam cha Chandike raksha dakshine
Prachyam raksha pratichyam cha. Chandike raksha dakshine. Prachyam raksha pratichyam cha. Chandike raksha dakshine.
Brahmanenatmashulasya
Brahmanenatmashulasya. Brahmanenatmashulasya.
Uttarasyam tatheshwari
Uttarasyam tatheshwari. Uttarasyam tatheshwari.
Brahmanenatmashulasya Brahmanenatmashulasya
Brahmanenatmashulasya.
Uttarasyam
Uttarasyam
tatheshwari
tatheshwari. Tatheshwari.
Again it is hrasva only. Tatheshwari
Tatheshwari. Tatheshwari.
Brahmanenatmashulasya Uttarasyam tatheshwari
Brahmanenatmashulasya. Uttarasyam tatheshwari. Brahmanenatmashulasya. Uttarasyam tatheshwari.
Madhyamabhyam namaha.
Madhyamabhyam namaha. Madhyamabhyam namaha.
It is madhya, not madhya. Madhya means different meaning. It is madhyamabhyam namaha.
Madhyamabhyam namaha. Madhyamabhyam namaha.
Saumyani yani okay, together. Okay, 2 lines together. Prachyam raksha pratichyam cha Chandike raksha dakshine Brahmanenatmashulasya Uttarasyam tatheshwari
Prachyam raksha pratichyam cha Chandike raksha dakshine Brahmanenatmashulasya Uttarasyam tatheshwari Prachyam raksha pratichyam cha Chandike raksha dakshine Brahmanenatmashulasya Uttarasyam tatheshwari
Madhyamabhyam namaha.
Madhyamabhyam namaha.
Saumyani yani rupani
Saumyani yani rupani. Saumyani yani rupani.
त्रैलोक्ये विचरन्ति ते
त्रैलोक्ये विचरन्ति ते त्रैलोक्ये विचरन्ति ते
सौम्यानि यानि रूपाणि त्रैलोक्ये विचरन्ति ते
सौम्यानि यानि रूपाणि त्रैलोक्ये विचरन्ति ते सौम्यानि यानि रूपाणि त्रैलोक्ये विचरन्ति ते
यानि चात्यर्थघोराणि
यानि चात्यर्थघोराणि यानि चात्यर्थघोराणि
So here it is yani chatyartha ghorani yani chatyartha ghorani yani chatyartha ghorani yani chatyartha ghorani yani chatyartha ghorani
यानि चात्यर्थघोराणि यानि चात्यर्थघोराणि
तैरक्षास्मांस्तथा भुवम्
तैरक्षास्मांस्तथा भुवम् तैरक्षास्मांस्तथा भुवम्
So tai rakshasmam mom, right? Rakshasmam, then tatha becomes rakshasmams tatha bhuvam. Rakshasmams tatha bhuvam. तैरक्षास्मांस तथा भुवम्
तैरक्षास्मांस्तथा भुवम् तैरक्षास्मांस्तथा भुवम्
So that mom, that im, right, becomes in sound. So im sound will change to in. Rakshasmans, mans, it will change into in. Tairakshasmans tatha bhuvam.
तैरक्षास्मांस्तथा भुवम् तैरक्षास्मांस्तथा भुवम्
No
No visarga.
No visarga.
Also in the Sanskrit book, right?
There is a visarga? No visarga after tai. Tai rakshasmam.
Rakshas, ksha, not after time.
No, why do you need visarga? We are dropping all the visargas wherever it is.
So we are saying
Okay, we are not saying visargas. It will be
No,
just
even if there is like, because many, there is like visarga sandhi, many times the visarga will be dropped.
so we'll
It will
chant
just drop and then
dropping
it will
the
not,
visarga.
it will not become.
Tai rakshasmams tatha bhuvam.
Yeah.
Where?
so this is the because of visarga we are dropping, yeah.
No, not that. After taihi, even if it is taihi also,
Is a
no, I'm
rakshas.
just saying, there are many places where the visarga will not even become like is or something or ir. It will just get dropped. So you have to, so if it is, that's why you don't even put the visarga there. Tai rakshasmans tatha bhuvam. So rakshasmans tatha bhuvam. Yeah.
Now what? Anamika.
Anamikabhyam
नमः अनामिकाभ्यां नमः
Say the two lines together, all of you. Yeah.
सौम्यानि यानि रूपाणि त्रैलोक्ये विचरन्ति ते यानि चात्यर्थघोराणि त्रैरक्षास्मांस्तथा भुवम् सौम्यानि यानि रूपाणि त्रैलोक्ये विचरन्ति ते यानि चात्यर्थघोराणि त्रैरक्षास्मांस्तथा भुवम् अनामिकाभ्यां नमः अनामिकाभ्यां नमः
खड्गशूलगदादीनि
खड्गशूलगदादीनि खड्गशूलगदादीनि
यानि चास्त्राणि तेऽम्बिके
यानि चास्त्राणि तेऽम्बिके यानि चास्त्राणि तेऽम्बिके
खड्गशूलगदादीनि यानि चास्त्राणि तेऽम्बिके
खड्गशूलगदादीनि यानि चास्त्राणि तेऽम्बिके खड्गशूलगदादीनि यानि चास्त्राणि तेऽम्बिके
करपल्लवसङ्गीनि
करपल्लवसङ्गीनि करपल्लवसङ्गीनि
तैरस्मान् रक्ष सर्वतः
तैरस्मान् रक्ष सर्वतः तैरस्मान् रक्ष सर्वतः
करपल्लवसङ्गीनि तैरस्मान् रक्ष सर्वतः
करपल्लवसङ्गीनि तैरस्मान् रक्ष सर्वतः करपल्लवसङ्गीनि तैरस्मान् रक्ष सर्वतः
Kanishti. Kanishti. It's not Kanishti. Ishti is different. Ishti. Kanishti kabhyam. Again, it is not a soft ba, it is the Mahaprana ba. Kanishti kabhyam namaha.
कनिष्ठिकाभ्यां नमः कनिष्ठिकाभ्यां नमः
So I will say the two lines together. Khadgashula gadadiri yani chastrani tembike karapallava sangini tairasman raksha sarvataha.
खड्गशूलगदादीनि यानि चास्त्राणि तेऽम्बिके करपल्लवसङ्गीनि तैरस्मान् रक्ष सर्वतः खड्गशूलगदादीनि यानि चास्त्राणि तेऽम्बिके करपल्लवसङ्गीनि तैरस्मान् रक्ष सर्वतः कनिष्ठिकाभ्यां नमः कनिष्ठिकाभ्यां नमः.
The Kanishtikabhyam will be the little finger from the bottom to the top.
Sarvasvarupe sarveshe
सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे
सर्वशक्ति समन्विते
सर्वशक्ति समन्विते सर्वशक्ति समन्विते
सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे
सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे
सर्वशक्ति समन्विते
सर्वशक्ति समन्विते सर्वशक्ति समन्विते
सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्ति समन्विते
सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्ति समन्विते सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्ति समन्विते
भयेभ्यस्त्राहि नो देवी
भयेभ्यस्त्राहि नो देवी भयेभ्यस्त्राहि नो देवी.
So it is bhayebhyastrahi. Again ha. It's not tragi, it is trahi. Bhayebhyastrahi no devi.
भयेभ्यस्त्राहि नो देवी भयेभ्यस्त्राहि नो देवी.
Durge devi namostute.
दुर्गे देवी नमोस्तुते दुर्गे देवी नमोस्तुते
भयेभ्यस्त्राहि नो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोस्तुते.
भयेभ्यस्त्राहि नो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोस्तुते भयेभ्यस्त्राहि नो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोस्तुते.
करतल कर
करतल कर करतल कर
पृष्ठाभ्यां नमः.
पृष्ठाभ्यां नमः पृष्ठाभ्यां नमः
Karatala Kara Prishtabhyam Namaha.
Karatala Kara Prishtabhyam Namaha. Karatala Kara Prishtabhyam Namaha.
So now you can all chant
All
together,
of these together. Yeah.
all of the 6 together with the Hridayaya Namaha. We have to just substitute for the first one, Hridayaya Namaha. After the second, Shirase Swaha, Shikhajai Vashat, Kavachajahum, Netratrayaya Voshat, then Astraya Phat. Bhur, then after Astraya Phat, Bhur Bhuvas Suvarom Iti Dik Bandhaha. Bhur Bhuvas Suvarom Iti Dik Bandhaha.
So you snap around your head clockwise.
Snap your head like this.
Okay, clockwise.
Bhur Bhuvas Suvarom Iti Dik Bandhaha.
Bhuvassuvarom Iti Bandhaha.
So all of it,
Yeah.
all the 6
Yeah, from Khadgini.
verses using the Anganyasa.
Not the Karanyasa. So Karanyasa is Angushtabhya Namaha. Like this is Angushta, Tam, right? Angushtabhya Namaha. Then this is called Tarjani. So whatever we say, that name of that. So if you remember, Angushta means thumb. So it means that the thumb has to be touched, right? So how do you touch the thumb? Using your index finger. So you touch your thumb using the index finger. That is Angushta. Then Tarjani. What is the meaning of Tarjani? Index finger. How do you touch the index finger? With your thumb. So you do this. So do you get the difference between Angushta and Tarjani? Angushta is you are touching the thumb with your index finger, and Tarjani you are touching your index finger with your thumb. So
All the other 4 fingers will be touched by the thumb.
thumb only. Only because thumb you cannot touch with thumb. So you are using index finger. All others we are using thumb to touch. So Kanishth. Then Madhyama, we all know. Madhyama means middle. So middle finger. And Anamika is the ring finger. Ring finger's name is Anamika, no name. So that is called Anamika. Then the Kanishthika means small. Like so the little finger is called Kanishthika. And Karatala means the surface of that Karatala. Then Karaprushta is the back side of the hand. So you touch both hands Karatala, then both hands Karaprushta. That is how we finish. Yeah. So Anganyasa Hridaya is the heart. Then Shirase Swaha, you are touch your head. Shikhaje Vashate, where the tuft or you touch it.
Which finger you use to touch that?
So this one. Yeah. Thumb. You use the thumb. Yeah. For tuft. Then Kavacha.
Not here, not here. Here.
Here it is like all the 3. Yeah.
This is Shirase Swaha.
That is Shirase Swaha is different. Shiras, this is the front portion of your head. It's called Shiras. Right? And then the back side
Is
is
Shikha.
called Shikha. Yeah.
Shikhaye Vashata.
Shikhaye Vashata.
Then Kavachaya Hum.
Yeah.
Netratrayaya Vaushat.
3 eyes. Trayaya means 3 eyes. So we have three eyes. The 2 eyes we all know. Then in between those 2 eyes, we called Bhru Madhya, or the between the eyebrows. That is the 3rd eye. So we have to touch that also. Netra Trayaya Vaushat. Then Astraya Phat. 2
Just
times.
take the 2 fingers and
Tap.
tap 2
And
times. And then immediately
Iti Dik Bandha.
Iti
Bhur Bhuvasuvaro. Iti Dik Bandha. Yeah.
around the. So the Namaha, Swaha, Vashat, Hum, Vaushat, Phat. 6 different words, new words, right? You're coming across.
Yeah. These are the Vedas say, like you can, for devas or gods, you can pray to gods in 6 different ways. That is to glorify them. One is called what do you say first one?
Namaha. When you
So
say
that is
I
the
bow
most
to you.
common, right? Whenever you do Archana, what do you do? Namaha, Ramaya Namaha, Krishnaya Namaha. So that is the first one, Namaha. That is how you can say. Then another method of propitiating gods is called Swaha. So when you do the Homa, you say Swaha. Anything you offer in the fire, we say Swaha. Then not only that, we have Swaha. Then third one is, what is the third one? Vashat. So you can also say Vashat. Then Vaushat. Fourth one, Hum. You can also say Hum. So when you say Krishnaya Hum, also is, that is also one method of propitiating gods. We have to say the god's name and say Hum. So first is Hridayaya Namaha, Shirase Swaha, then Vashat,
Namaha,
then
Swaha,
Vashat,
Vashat, Hum, Vaushat,
Vaushat, and Phat. So it is not Phat, it is Phat. Yeah.
It's not Fa like in Farsi.
Yeah, in Hindi you say
In
Fa.
Devanagari it is Phat. No Fa.
There is no Fa in Devanagari, it's Phat. So these are the 6 different methods of propitiating gods. So what are them? Namaha, Swaha, then Vashat, Hum, Vaushat, Phat. So that is why when I do the Purnavadi at the end, we say Vaushat. Have you seen? I don't know whether you have noticed all that. Yeah. Now we'll just,
so you will chant
all
all
together.
the 6 verses with the Anganyasa. Let us see. Slowly. Very slowly. Om
Khadini Shulini Ghora Garini Chakrini Tatha Shankhini Chapini Bana Ushundi Parigayudha Hridayaya Namaha Shulena Pahino Devi Pahi Khadgena Chambike Ghanta Swanena Nafpahi Chapajyani Swanena Cha Shirase Swaha Prachyam Raksha Pratichyam Cha Chandike Raksha Dakshine Brahmanenatma Shulasya Uttarasyam Tatheshwari Shikhayai Vashat Saumyani Yani Rupani Trailokye Vicharanti Te Yani Chatyartha Ghorani Kairakshasman Statha Bhuvam Kavachayahum Khadgashula Gadadini Yani Chastrani Tenbike Karapallava Sangini Kairasman Raksha Sarvataha Netratrayaya Vaushat Sarvaswarupe Sarveshe Sarvashakti Samanvite Bhayebhyastrahino Devi Durge Devi Namostute Astraya Phat Bhurbhuvaswaro Miti Digbandhaha.
So somebody like they are asking the student from online, how many times you do this? So there are many. The count is that they say if it is like for 10 directions, you do it like 10 times, like 10 times. Or if you want to do also 4 directions, then you can do 8 directions, 8. If you want to do so
basically you're putting a raksha around you.
Because we are saying that
all directions
problems can from any directions. You want to protect yours from any direction.
These
we don't
are
know
the verses
from where problem is going to come.
Anganyasam and Karanyasam and Anganyasam are basically Anganyasam is to protect you. Because there could be Vignam, right? From anywhere, it could come and stop you from doing this, the Saptashati mantra japa. So you're seeking protection first, so that you could peacefully finish the Parayanam. So this Bhurbhuvasram iti Digbandhaha, Dik means direction. Bandhaha means you're bound within that direction without any problem. So you, at the end of Saptashati chanting, you would do the same Anganyasam, and there you would say Bhurbhuvasvaram iti tik vimokaha. Vimoka means you're releasing yourself. So don't worry about that. We have a long way to go. But bandhaha is the you understand so that's what he meant by 10 times snapping. You don't have to count.
Yeah,
You just take one full round.
even
it'll be done.
four directions is fine. 6 stars. Yeah, just do like you don't have to say 1, 2, 3 like that. You don't have to do all that. You just have to imagine in your mind that it is for
It's
protection. Yeah.
Very nice. So Saptashati.
Dhyanam
Dhyanam, dhyanam,
vidyud
Vidyuddhama.
vidyuddhama.
vidyuddhama, vidyuddhama,
So vidyuddhama all soft. Vidyuddhama
vidyuddhama, vidyuddhama,
samaprabham
samaprabham, samaprabham,
mrigapati skandhasthitam.
mrigapati skandhasthitam, mrigapati skandhasthitam,
So mrigapati skandhasthitam.
mrigapati skandhasthitam, mrigapati skandhasthitam.
So you should not say sthitam. It is sthitam. Sthitam. So both tas are different. First ta is thi. Sthita. Sthita. Right? You get it? Because we tend to say like even tithi, right? Tithi, we'll say tithi. When you say tithi, that's what, because you are used to saying like a day, right? You say tithi. What is today's tithi? Many we can ask, but it is all not tithi. It is ti. Same thing. Sthita means the one who is seated, or sthi. Sthi, stha dhatu. Sthi, ti. Sthiti. Sthiti. I know it is difficult for initially to say because the sound will come sthiti. It is not sthiti. Sthiti. Yeah. Got it? Okay. Mrigapati skandhasthitam.
Mrigapati skandhasthitam, mrigapati skandhasthitam,
Bhishanam.
bhishanam, bhishanam,
Vidyuddhama samaprabham. Mrigapati skandhasthitam. Bhishanam.
vidyuddhama samaprabham, mrigapati skandhasthitam, bhishanam, vidyuddhama samaprabham, mrigapati skandhasthitam, bhishanam,
Vidyuddhama samaprabham.
vidyuddhama samaprabham, vidyuddhama samaprabham,
Mrigapati skandhasthitam.
mrigapati skandhasthitam, mrigapati skandhasthitam,
Bhishanam.
bhishanam, bhishanam,
Vidyuddhama samaprabham. Mrigapati skandhasthitam. Bhishanam.
vidyuddhama samaprabham, mrigapati skandhasthitam, bhishanam, vidyuddhama samaprabham, mrigapati skandhasthitam, bhishanam,
Kanyabhih karavala.
kanyabhih karavala, kanyabhih karavala,
Kheta vilasad.
kheta vilasad, kheta vilasad,
Dhasta. Actually, vilasat and hasta. Ha, right? Hand is hasta. So this sandhi is very normally it's not intuitive, right? Because you suddenly you get this new sound dha. Where there is no, the word has no dha. So it is vilasat and hastabi becomes vilasadhastabi. Vilasadhastabi.
vilasadhastabi,
So it and ha becomes dha. So soft ta, which is alpa prana, it, and the ha sound becomes dha sound. Karavala kheta vilasadhastabhi.
Karavala kheta vilasadhastabhi. Karavala kheta vilasadhastabhi.
Again, it is hastabhihi. So, astabhihi, asevitam, bhihi, that is the visarga, and a will become ra. So, because the visarga first will change it to ir, and that ir and a will become ra. So, don't worry about how it is changing. We have to say how we have to chant. It's only for to get that, like the word, to get the correct word, I am splitting it. So we have to say Karavala kheta vilasadhasta bhirase vitam.
Karavala kheta vilasadhasta bhirase vitam. Karavala kheta vilasadhasta bhirase vitam.
Kanyabhih karavala kheta vilasadhasta bhirase vitam.
Kanyabhih karavala kheta vilasadhasta bhirase vitam. Kanyabhih karavala kheta vilasadhasta bhirase vitam.
Hastaischakra gadasi.
Hastaischakra gadasi. Hastaischakra gadasi.
Kheta vishikams.
Kheta vishikams. Kheta vishikams.
Kheta vishikams chapam.
Kheta vishikams chapam. Kheta vishikams chapam.
Gudam tarjanim.
Gunam tarjanim. Gunam tarjanim.
Hastaischakra gadasi kheta vishikams chapam gunam tarjanim.
Hastaischakra gadasi kheta vishikams chapam gunam tarjanim. Hastaischakra gadasi kheta vishikams chapam gunam tarjanim.
Vibhrana manalatmikam.
Vibhrana manalatmikam. Vibhrana manalatmikam.
Sashidharam.
Shashidharam. Shashidharam.
Durgam trinetram bhaje.
Durgam trinetram bhaje. Durgam trinetram bhaje.
Vibhrana manalatmikam Sashidharam Durgam Trinetram Bhaje.
Vibhrana manalatmikam Shashidharam Durgam Trinetram bhaje. Vibhrana manalatmikam Shashidharam Durgam Trinetram bhaje.
Vidyuddama samaprabham Mrigapatis kandhasthitam bhishanam Kanyabhih karavala kheta vilasadhasta bhirase vitam.
Vidyuddama samaprabham Mrigapatis kandhasthitam bhishanam Kanyabhih karavala kheta vilasadhasta bhirase vitam. Vidyuddama samaprabham Mrigapatis kandhasthitam bhishanam Kanyabhih karavala kheta vilasadhasta bhirase vitam.
So, Mrigapatis kandha, that is sound should be there. Hastaischakra gadasi kheta vishikams chapam gunam tarjanim Vibhrana manalatmikam Sashidharam Durgam Trinetram Bhaje.
Hastaischakra gadasi kheta vishikams chapam gunam tarjanim Vibhrana manalatmikam Shashidharam Durgam Trinetram bhaje. हस्तैश्चक्रगदासिखेटविशिखांश्चापं गुणं तर्जनीं बिभ्राणामनलात्मिकां शशिधरां दुर्गां त्रिनेत्रां भजे.
So bhaje, that is a long dirgha. So that is the nyasam. Then we will. So that is why, because we have done the nyasam for entire 13 chapters, there will be no more nyasam for each chapter. That's what I wanted to make sure.
So one question for all of you. So the Angushtabhyam Namaha, Tarjanibhyam Namaha, right? When do you do the action? When you say the verse, or when you do the when you say when you do the when do you do the action?
When you say Angushtabhyam Namaha, we have.
When you actually say the Angushtabhyam Namaha or Hridayaya Namaha, Shirase Swaha. So you first say the verse, and then when you are actually saying the Nyasam part, at that time you touch. Okay, good.
So for practicing, we can just practice saying all of that, practice doing
Yeah. Just practice. Once you're familiar with all these things, then you don't have to practice it every time before you practice the chapters.
Just for you to know, then every time you don't have to practice this. Yeah. Once you are familiar, then you can, for practicing, you don't have to do this.
When you call that part, you touch
Touch.
it.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. That is the Nyasam part. Angushtabhyam Namaha, Tarjanibhyam Namaha. So that is the Nyasam part. The rest are the verses from Saptashati only. The Khadgini, Sholini, Ghora, all those verses you said, the 6 verses, they are all from
But
Saptashati.
you should say, even when you chant the mantra, you should be doing this.
The problem is, for Karanyasa, it's okay. Shikhaye Vashata, like you have to keep
touching,
on touching it, then it won't be possible.
But it is
For Shirase
the
Swaha.
ideal thing is to chant for like touch or for
Yeah,
the
there
entire
are
one. That is
like,
ideal one.
There is some people, they have this opinion that the entire verse is for the Nyasam.
Yeah.
So when the Nyasam is being done, all of the verses have to be done.
So you have to like
So see how much is
entire
possible.
Hridayaya Namaha, you touch entire Shirase Swaha, Shikhaje Vashate for a verse. Until you say Shikhaje Vashate, you should be touching. Then when you only start the next verse, only you should come to Kavachaya. You should not come before that. So when you start the next Kavachaya, but that verse, then you should touch the
Don't
do
be too
the
eager.
action. Yeah. The action should not like
Precede the verse.
But that's only for Anganyasam, not for Karanyasam.
Both. Yeah.
Everything. Anganyasam, Karanyasam.
Khadgini, Shulini,
Yeah,
Ghora,
Ghora,
Gadini, Chakrini, Tatha,
slowly I will
Shankini,
do this.
Chapini, Bana, Pushundi,
Shundi,
Parikayudha,
Angushtabhyam
Angushtabhyam Namaha. So you keep sliding right from, and
Slowly,
complete
yeah.
the entire
Entire.
verse through the slide.
Is it also the same for Veda Parayanam? Like in Mahanyasam, we say everything. We say, and then we have to say everything and then.
Yeah.
So there are 2 kinds of opinions on this, okay? So do whatever you feel is comfortable for you.
I am giving like ideally you have to chant for even any nyasa, entire one. Even when you are doing homa, they say that if you are offering like a ghee or anything to the for homa, when you are doing Chandi Homa, we have Ritviks sitting around. So during that chant, the entire so say if you are having white sesame seeds, then you have to take that seed in your hand and chant the mantra, energize it, and then when you say swaha, you wear it. So that is the ideal one. So any mantra, with that mantra you energize with that mantra and then you offer. That is the ideal. So we have to try to be ideal. That's it. So we have to, if you just think that only if you are ideal you will complete it in life, you will never do anything in life. We can never be perfect. You just have to, why I am telling all this is, you should know what is the ideal situation. Then we can we may not be perfect. That's fine. You have to understand that. We try to be perfect.
See, these are extra information we are giving just in case when you go to some temple, when you feel you find people from other schools chanting Devi Mahatmyam, they might be doing slightly different, these nyasams and everything, right? So don't feel that this extra information will help you to actually understand their way of doing and balance in between, somewhere yours and between them. Don't think that, oh, I'm doing it wrong, they are doing something different, or they are wrong and I'm correct. No, it's just that different schools have different ways of doing it.
And then we start with Om Namaschandikayai.
Om Namaschandikayai. Om Namaschandikayai.
So we have explained even in the introduction. So we just that there are many meaning for that word Chandika. She is the Adya Lakshmi, and she is the Swarupa of Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, and Mahasaraswati all together, Adya Lakshmi. And we say Namaschandikaya, and also the name Chandi means also Kopa or anger, right? So you like just like two important homas or prayers we do. One is the Rudra, and the next one is Chandi. You do Chandi Homa and then Ati Rudra, Maharudra. Those are the most important homas which should be done in this yuga. And we both start with the same Namaste Rudra Manyava. So both start with prayer to the Lord as anger. Because even the Vedas, because Bhishasmat Vataf Pavate Bhisho Deti Surya. So because of fear that the wind is blowing, or everyday sun without fail it rises, it does not take, today is holiday, I will not come out for 3 days. It doesn't take holiday or something. It continues to do its work. And the Vedas say it's because of the fear of the Brahman, that fear is the one, even for gods. Like if we say sun god, Bhishas Madvataf Pavate Bhishodeti Surya, even the Surya is because of that they are to the Tattvam, or they fear the truth. That's what say. So what is that they fear is they also fear, but the truth is what they fear. And here we say we pray to that the one who is that angry. It means that we are saying that by mistake, by knowingly, by unknowingly, if I commit some mistake, I already say preempt that, so that you don't get angry with me. That is why we say Namaschandikayai. Om Aim Markandeya Uvacha.
Om Aim Markandeya Uvacha. Om Aim Markandeya Uvacha.
Savarnissuryatanayo.
Savarnissuryatanayo. Savarnissuryatanayo.
Panchopachara.
Yeah. So there is a Panchopacharam. Okay, so we'll do that also. Yeah.
So basically, I told you the Lakshana of the mantra, right? When mantra is chanted, then you have all the Rishi, Chandas, Devata, Bijam, Shakti, Tattvam, and everything. Keelakam, all those things. And also you have the Karanyasa and Anganyasa. So what all this means is the first thing, the Rishi, Chandas and everything declares the author of the mantra, who proclaimed this mantra, who got the vision of that mantra, then what is the meter of the mantra, and what are the bijam. Bijam is the seed syllable from which seed that mantra came. And then the Shakti, the power of that mantra, everything is given initially. And then the Karanyasa is for purification of your hands. Anything that you do, it has to be through your hands, right? So first the hands are purified with the mantras itself. Usually here the Saptashati verses, the verses that you chanted for the Karanyasa are taken from the Saptashati, which is the mantra. So the mantra itself is split into 6 parts and used for the Karanyasa.
Cleansing our hands.
We have chosen only 6 verses from the 13 chapters. But in any Ganapati mantra, for example, the Ganapati mantra itself will be split into 6 Bijas, some seed syllable will be split, or if in some mantras the entire mantra itself will be split into 6 parts, and that so part of the mantra is used for the purification of current hands, and similarly the same 6 parts will be used for purification of your body and also giving protection of the body. After which the dhyanam, you would have noticed that the Vidyuddhama Samaprabham, the dhyanam came. What is the purpose of the dhyanam? Is now you're ready to visualize that Devata. Okay, so the Devata, the mantra you are going to chant. But how does that Devata look like? Is she standing? Is she sitting? What kind of ayudha she is having? Who is the Vahana? What is the color? What kind of what are the different, if you read the dhyana, you should be able to draw the figure of the devata. So if it is a Ganapati mantra, before going to the mantra part, you will actually visualize the figure of that Ganapati. It will describe what all he has. He has an elephant head, tusk, and all those things. Similarly, with that dhyana, a sculptor should be able to carve the deity. So that's how vigrahas were formed. The temple vigrahas, if you talk to any sculptor who is doing temple vigrahas, they would know the shastras behind all these the vigrahas, and they would actually have texts describing these vigrahas, so they will know exactly how to carve. Like a Murugan statue, they will know this is how it should be. And even for Devi, there are so many different types of Devi. Like one is sitting, one is standing, one is having one leg up, 2 legs down, or so many different. So everything it has come out of the dhyana shloka of that Devi, of that Devata. So here, as soon as you visualize, what happens? The Devi, the Devata is right in front of you. Immediately you have to do something called Panchopachara. Like you are inviting somebody, like she is coming as an Athithi for you, and immediately you offer them the basic 5 upacharas. The first upachara will be the Gandham, Chandanam, then the Pushpam, then Dhupam, Deepam, Naivedyam. These are the 5 basic Panchopacharas. Now, are you going to be looking for all these things to offer? No. So this is you're doing the meditative state, right? This is not a sthula worship. There is no vigraha there where you're going to do the prana pratishta to the vigraha, and then you're going to actually physically offer. This is a sukshma upasti. Sukshma upastina, like the sukshma rupa of the
form of that
of the devata is the mantra. Subtle worship, like the subtle form of the devata's worship you're doing. So you don't actually have to offer anything physically, but you're going to kalpayami. Kalpayami means you're going to imagine that, just like you imagine that form of the devata, you're going to imagine the Panchopachara also.
The moment we say any dhyana sloka means that in this subtle form, that devata or the god or goddesses, they have appeared in front of us. And it is customary that when like even guest comes, we do the Panchopachara minimum, at the minimum. Then you have Shodashopachara or 16 upacharas, but the minimum is 5 upacharas. Because the devata has come and manifested in front of you, immediately you have to offer the 5 upacharas, which is Gandham, Pushpam, Dhupam, Deepam, Naivedyam. Okay.
So there is a particular format how you offer these upacharas. So Gandham is a Prithvi Tattva. So the Prithvi, the Bhumi has the Gandham. So and the Bijam for that Prithvi Tattvam is Lam. So Lam Prithvyatmane Gandham Kalpayami. You would have that in your text. Okay, so you can just follow that. I'm just giving you the idea behind it. So Lam is the Prithvi Tattvam, and that is associated with Gandham, and Kalpayami means you are imagining. So Lam Prithvyatmane Gandham Kalpayami, Ham Akashatmane pushpam kalpayami. So the pushpa is associated with the Akasha Tattvam, and Ham is the Bijaksharam. Ham Prithviatmane
Gandham kalpayami. Ham akashatmane pushpam
Yam
kalpayami.
Vaivatmane Dhupam Kalpayami. See, Dhupam Agrapayami means when you're actually physically showing the Dhupam, you will say Agrapayami. That is that smell, you're giving that smell. But here there is only imagination. You don't have to actually have physically these things. So Kalpayami only, keep Kalpayami for everything. So Yam Vaivatmane, Dhupam is associated with Vayu.
Air.
Panchabhutas are coming here. So the air tattvam you are giving for Gandham, Dhupam, and the Bijaksharam is Yam. Ram Agnyatmane Deepam Kalpayami. Not Sandarshayami. Sandarshayami will come when you're actually physically showing. So, and Ram is the Agni Bijakshara, Agni Bijam. So Ram Agnyatmane, Agni Atmane becomes Agnyatmane Deepam Kalpayami. Vam Amritatmane Amritam Kalpayami. So here you are imagining, why not give Amritam itself? You don't have to offer a Chakra Pongal, right?
Because,
a simple one.
Because when you imagine, you can imagine the highest.
Imagine the highest.
There is no limit for imagination. Only when you are actually physically wanting to give something, you can only give what you have.
What you have.
But
what
when
you
you are imagining that
of.
you are giving, you can give anything.
So Vam Amritatmane. Vam is the Amrita Bijam. So Vam Amritatmane Amritam Nivedayami or Amritam Kalpayami. Now all of these have a mudras too. Just like for Karanyasa, you had the Angushtabhyam, Namaha, Tarjanibhyam and everything. Here you will start with the Kanishthika. That will be the first one. That is Lam Prithviatmane Gandham Kalpayami is the first sliding using the thumb from the bottom of the little finger to the top of the little finger. So that is, from there you will start Kanishthika, then the thumb, then the index, then middle, then you will stop with the Anamika. So Lam Prithviatmane Gandham Kalpayami Ham Akash. So the mudra is actually touching is fine.
That's touching, yeah.
But sliding is also okay.
Okay, but touching is okay.
Touching is also the mudra.
Yeah.
So Lam Prithviatmane Gandham Kalpayami Ham Akashatmane Pushpam Kalpayami Yam Vaivatmane Dhupam Kalpayami Ram Agnyatmane Deepam Kalpayami Vam Amritatmane Amritam Kalpayami. Okay. So more details or more practice will be given by the mentors to you. So I'm just giving you a high level idea, like what it means, the Panchopachara, how it is done. You can watch the video, it's all there. And those who have joined a little late, you're all asking, some of you are asking, what does Anganyasa mean? We have already discussed in the beginning of this, when we taught the Nyasa.
And it is recorded, so YouTube you can
it's all there in this YouTube recording. Please just go play it once and then listen to all of what we have said. All of your questions should be answered with that. So that's fine, right? Mm-hmm. So this Panchopachara comes the moment you say Dhyana. For any mantra, Rishyadinyasa, the first portion is called Rishyadinyasa, then Karanyasa, then Anganyasa, Dhyanam, Panchopacharam, and then at the end of the Anganyasa, you would do the Bhurbhusvaram iti Bandhanam, then Dhyanam, then Panchopacharam. With that, the entire, you are ready to now do the japa of the mantra. Yes.
Just for the Sarvatmane Samastopachara, right? In some areas we see it as Kalpayami, and in some
that's okay, you can say both.
You can do both.
Samarpayami.
Samarpayami.
That's okay, yeah.
So I didn't tell that, right? So Vam Amritatmane Amritam Kalpayami, Sam Sarvatmane Samastopacharan Samarpayami.
Samasta Upacharan means all other Upacharas which the gods they don't want what we have to offer them. Like those which they deserve the gods, because gods will not ask, give me this upachara, because of their grace only we are even able to offer any upachara, right? So anything which we have to give the gods. We say samasta upacharan, means all upacharas, please accept. That's what we say. Samasta upacharan samarpayami. Yeah.
So whatever you have to say is given in the text, just follow the text. Okay?
Yeah. Om Namaschandikayai.
Om Namaschandikayai. Om Namaschandikayai.
Om Aim Markandeya. So Om is second time, you don't have to say. Aim Markandeya Uvacha.
Aim Markandeya Uvacha. Aim Markandeya
So we will
Uvacha.
say Om. Om Aim. Yeah. Om Aim Markandeya Uvacha.
Om Aim Markandeya Uvacha. Om Aim Markandeya Uvacha.
Savarnissuryatanayo.
Savarnissuryatanayo. Savarnissuryatanayo.
Yo manuh kathyate shtamaha.
Yo manuh kathyate shtamaha. Yo manuh kathyate shtamaha.
Savarnissuryatanayo. Yo manuh kathyate shtamaha.
Savarnissuryatanayo. Yo manuh kathyate shtamaha. Savarnissuryatanayo. Yo manuh kathyate shtamaha.
So Savarnihi, Savarnissurya Issa. Savarnissuryatanayo. Yo manuhu, Kathya becomes Yo manuh. That ich sound should come. Yo manuh Kathya. Kathyate. Kathyate shtamaha. Kathyate. It's not, the ta is the Mahaprana. Kathyate. Kathya. No. Ka soft only. Kathya. Kathya. You should not stress the ka. Kathya. Kathya. Kathya.
Kathya.
Kathya. Kathyate shtamaha.
Kathyate shtamaha. Kathyate shtamaha.
Savarnissuryatanayo. Yo manuh kathyate shtamaha.
Savarnissuryatanayo. Yo manuh kathyate shtamaha. Savarnissuryatanayo. Yo manuh kathyate shtamaha.
Nishamaya tadutpattim.
Nishamaya tadutpattim. Nishamaya tadutpattim.
Vistarad gadato mama.
Vistarad gadato mama. Vistarad gadato mama.
Nishamaya tadutpattim. Vistarad gadato mama.
Nishamaya tadutpattim. Vistarad gadato mama. Nishamaya tadutpattim. Vistarad gadato mama.
So, tadutpattim. Savarnissuryatanayo. Yo manuh kathyate shtamaha. Nishamaya tadutpattim. Vistarad gadato mama.
Savarnissuryatanayo. Yo manuh kathyate shtamaha. Nishamaya tadutpattim. Vistarad gadato mama. Savarnissuryatanayo. Yo manuh kathyate shtamaha. Nishamaya tadutpattim. Vistarad gadato mama.
Mahamayanubhavena.
Mahamayanubhavena. Mahamayanubhavena.
Yatha manvantaradhipaha.
Yatha manvantaradhipaha. Yatha manvantaradhipaha.
Mahamayanubhavena. Yatha manvantaradhipaha.
Mahamayanubhavena. Yatha manvantaradhipaha. महामायानुभावेन यथा मन्वन्तराधिपः
स बभूव महाभागः सावर. Okay. Sa babhuva mahabhagaha and savarnihi becomes mahabhagas. Sa babhuva mahabhagas.
Sababhuva mahabhagas Sababhuva mahabhagas
Savarnistanayoravehe
Savarnistanayoravehe Savarnistanayoravehe
Sababhuva mahabhagas savarnistanayoravehe
Sababhuva mahabhagas Savarnistanayoravehe Sababhuva mahabhagas Savarnistanayoravehe.
So I will say the two lines together. Mahamayanubhavena yatha manvantaradhipaha sababhuva mahabhagas savarnistanayoravehe.
Mahamayanubhavena yatha manvantaradhipaha sababhuva mahabhagas savarnistanayoravehe. Mahamayanubhavena yatha manvantaradhipaha sababhuva mahabhagas savarnistanayoravehe.
Swarochishendare purvam
Swarochishendare purvam Swarochishendare purvam
Chaitra Vamsha Samudbhavaha
Chaitra Vamsha Samudbhavaha Chaitra Vamsha Samudbhavaha
Swarochishendare purvam Chaitra Vamsha Samudbhavaha
Swarochishendare purvam Chaitra Vamsha Samudbhavaha Swarochishendare purvam Chaitra Vamsha Samudbhavaha.
Suratho nama raja bhut
Suratho nama raja bhut Suratho nama raja bhut
Samaste kshiti mandale
Samaste kshiti mandale Samaste kshiti mandale
Swarochishendare purvam Chaitra Vamsha Samudbhavaha
Swarochishendare purvam Chaitra Vamsha Samudbhavaha Swarochishendare purvam Chaitra Vamsha Samudbhavaha.
Suratho nama raja bhut Samaste kshiti mandale
Suratho nama raja bhut Samaste kshiti mandale Suratho nama raja bhut Samaste kshiti mandale.
So you would have noticed how I give the stress to chi, right? Kshiti. So all together, two lines.
Swarochishendare purvam Chaitra Vamsha Samudbhavaha Suratho nama raja bhut Samaste kshiti mandale Swarochishendare purvam Chaitra Vamsha Samudbhavaha Suratho nama raja bhut Samaste kshiti mandale.
Tasya palayatah samyak
Tasya palayatah samyak Tasya palayatah samyak.
So palayatah is sound should come. Tasya palayatah samyak. Then prajaha putra becomes prajah if. That if sound should come. Prajah putrani vaurasan.
Prajah putrani vaurasan Prajah putrani vaurasan.
Tasya palayatah samyak prajah putra nivaurasan.
Tasya palayata samyak prajah putrani vaurasan. Tasya palayata samyak prajah putrani vaurasan.
Babhuvuh shatravo bhupaha.
Babhuvushtravo bhupaha. Babhuvushtravo bhupaha.
So babhuvuhu shatra becomes isha. Babhuvush shatra. Babhu, again, first ba is soft, alpa prana ba, then maha prana ba. So babhu, both are not same sound. Babhuvush shatravo bhupaha.
Babhuvushtravo bhupaha. Babhuvushtravo bhupaha.
So bhupaha and kola becomes bhupah kola. Bhupah kola. Kola vidhamsinastada.
Kola vidhamsinastada. Kola vidhamsinastada.
Babhuvushtravo bhupah kola vidhamsinastada.
Babhuvushtravo bhupaha kola vidhamsinastada. Babhuvushtravo bhupaha kola vidhamsinastada.
Tasya palayata samyah prajah putrani vaurasan. Babhuvushtravo bhupah kola vidhamsinastada.
Tasya palayata samyak prajah putrani vaurasan. Babhuvushtravo bhupaha kola vidhamsinastada. Tasya palayata samyak prajah putrani vaurasan. Babhuvushtravo bhupaha kola vidhamsinastada.
So with this, we will finish today's class. So the next class will be in a different time. So today we had the class. So next class, Saturday, right? So next Saturday, it will be in the morning. And the Pacific time will be 6 a.m., not 8 a.m. But the Pacific time, either it will be 6 or 6:30, we will announce. It will be either 6 a.m. or 6:30 a.m. Saturday.
So
And,
for
because
India,
next
it will be
week-
5:30 p.m. Saturday.
No,
Oh,
not 5:30,
sorry,
6:30.
6:30 p.m. is
Yeah, it
Saturday.
will be 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. That will be the
India
time. Because next class will be in New Jersey. So next class will be
Saturday class will be in New Jersey. So we are
Yeah.
accommodating we'll be doing it 9 a.m. Eastern time.
Yeah.
So that is 6 a.m. Pacific time and 6:30 p.m. for India
time. So
Saturday.
because there are many students learning from there, so they will also come, and also many who are learning to get the Diksha there. So that is why it's in different places this class is being happening, so that those who are learning from the New Jersey and surrounding areas like Pennsylvania, they can all come to the New Jersey.
இந்த சொன்ன இந்த அஞ்சித்தையும் எடுத்து சொல்லிக்கலாம். அதுக்கப்புறம்
We'll say next time.
So any question that we have not addressed yet, whatever is given in the text, you just follow that. Any questions about the text, there is no point in asking me here. Anything that you are not
I think
clear,
mostly we answered.
yeah, I think we explained
And
every
our
part
next
of the
class we can clarify.
You're all clear, right? If you're all clear, then everybody online should also be clear. So that's what I would think. All right. So
Yeah.
What exactly? I know we do this.
No, Shikha. Shikha means they had stuffed they had. Pin.
Shirase Swaha என்ன மீன் பண்றோமோ அதேதான் ஷிகாக்கும்.
like we touch different parts, 6 parts we have to energize. So these are like, see, the Hridayam is an important part, head is an important part, the back of the head is also important part. So what are the important parts we touch?
All right. So, namaskaram. Namaste,
Yeah.
everybody.